We got something super exciting today I want to share with you guys. As you guys can see from the description, off Grid Caffeine. But first, before we do, I want to go ahead and get all our food watered. So right here we have what's called the tea plant. And so this is what produces tea, green tea, black tea. And determining how you process the leaves will determine what type of tea you get, whether it's, a green tea or a black tea, etc. But these leaves do contain caffeine. How much caffeine? Well, about 5 to 6. So for this plant variety, it's 5 to 6% caffeine. So the breakdown really, when we compare this to, say, coffee, black coffee, your average cup of black coffee has anywhere between really 80 to 100 milligrams of caffeine versus a black tea, and a black tea from a variety like this that is made for maximum caffeine productions anywhere between 45 milligrams and 65 milligrams. So while it's less overall by average serving size, by weight, a lot more caffeine than coffee. And in our climate, we'll be able to grow it, all the time. And so this is going to be a renewable resource of caffeine. So realistically, per average serving, we're only about 20, maybe 30 milligrams shy of your average cup of coffee. But we'll be able to do this sustainably, and we'll be able to have it whenever we want. And realistically, if you wanted to get the averages of a normal cup of coffee, you would just add more leaves. You would just make the tea stronger, which you can absolutely do. We're just talking about averages. So the game plan is, I got the smallest variety they had as far as maturity wise. So I got the youngest variety that I could. I got 2 of them because that's what I can afford. I wish I could afford more, but what we're going to do is we're going to take cuttings and we're going to grow our tea bar. So the game plan is to transplant bushes all throughout the walkways with the cinder block, because what we're going to do is we're going to put herbs in the cinder block and grow them out to make a complete tea bar. So our spearmint, lemongrass, rosemary, chamomile, we're going to be able to put all the herbs within these little squares here and grow out a complete tea bar. So really excited about that prospect, because ultimately we want caffeine sustainability, off-grid caffeine. And so yeah, we're going to start off small, because again, that's what we can afford, and we're just gonna take cuttings and we're gonna make the cuttings into, obviously, to their own bush, and then transplant them. And we can do that as many times as necessary to get a full-on, completely sustainable off-grid caffeine solution that we can always have. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll definitely be making videos of this process as we go. I will be sure to show you how we're gonna, take the cuttings, how we're going to make the cuttings be as viable as possible. We're gonna show you all the steps here, and hopefully you'll be able to see the finished product. So that's all I have for you guys. As always, long live the Republic.